Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Norgon 111, and welcome back to Room to Grow, where last time we moved on to a new section of the mountains where there's slippery ice that slides us along and sometimes slides us in two different directions at once. And that makes things really interesting. This is similar to the first Splitty puzzle, but different. So I think this time I am going to have to use my pot somehow as like an extra leg or something. Let's do this. And then think. Think about all the things we've done wrong. Let's see. I can push that up, obviously. And I can push this up, obviously. But I don't have a good way to push my pot up at the end. So how am I going to get the third push? I can't even just push the pot up from the beginning. And just not even thinking about the cactuses. Like, I can't push left or right when I get in here, and so it seems like the only other push I'm going to get is going to be in this direction. Doesn't seem like there's ever a way to push myself up. Can I split multiple times somehow? This is not a question I've asked myself before. I guess the answer is no, because you use up the ice once you slide on it. Like, there's no longer going to be any ice left there. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, so how could this possibly ever be solved then? Seems once I'm here, I can't go left, I can't go right. Going up doesn't help at all. And I can't go down. So it seems like I either need to use my pot. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to press this button. Or restart, but how could I use the pot? And I don't think doing this is ever going to help. So if that's not going to help, It's tough to be off to this bad a start, right at the beginning. Oh, I have a semblance of an idea. Which is, if I'm controlling this guy, I don't see a way to push him up, though. I could maybe push the other guy up, and that won't help because that's one of my optional heads. I don't have an idea. This is quite problematic. Like, I don't even have the beginning of an idea of how to do this at this point. Alright, let's work backwards in terms of assumptions. So, an obvious assumption that I'm pretty sure is true is that I can't do something along the lines of having something like this and then pushing the whole structure up and pushing two different cacti up. And I can't for two reasons. One is I can't push things up, and the other is if I did, they just end up running into the... It's not a hedge wall, I guess it's like an ice wall that's right above the horizontal portion of my cactus up there. So I do need 3 individual points to push the 3 individual cacti, so far as I can tell or imagine. since I only have 2 points right now and 3 points right now, it seems like I will have to use the pot as one of the points. The only way to get the pot even kind of like starting to face upwards involves starting like this, but then again, I don't see any possible way for me to push the pot end up, given what we have here. So, with that combination of assumptions, it seems like things are impossible, so there's probably a wrong assumption in here. So let's try to determine which of those assumptions is wrong. Probably the most interesting one to work with involves when I have multiple heads, because there might be interesting things that I can do with them. And I already see it. I could possibly reuse this head now. Yep. Got it. Okay, so when I only had a single head, and one of them got all the way up here and kind of got trapped, there's nothing to do. But when I have two heads, I was able to push one of the heads back out. So getting caught in a dead end is no longer a dead end when you have another head that might be able to move your entire cactus out. And that's the lesson I need to learn from this particular puzzle, because I'll probably need to reuse that type of pattern in a future puzzle. Alrighty. Looking at this, looks like the head's going to end up in kind of the wrong spot. Let's just kind of look at obvious things at the beginning. So it seems like I need to get... Hey, I'm at number 4. I need to get one of the heads over here down below this cactus in order to push it up. And that's not super easy to do. And no matter where I kind of attack the ice over here, we're always going to end up there. So, what can I do with this head in order to make things better? And that's already fairly better. Almost better enough to solve the puzzle. But for that. However, I can do that. And then do that. And then do this. Okay. Good. I like it. I like it when I can solve it. Oh my goodness. Well, it looks like we're finally going to have... No, the grid is not very big. I was thinking I was going to approach the T from the 4th intersection and end up with 3 heads, but I could not do that due to the grid. So I guess we'll start with the obvious move of this. And then I can push to the right. Oh, but if I do that, I'm going to lose the ability for the other head to move. He's fallen asleep over here because he's off the grid. What a cute animation. So probably smarter to do is to have him be here before we start pushing so that he will still be available. In fact, looks like I'm going to need to move the whole structure down. And then he can push this way. And then it looks like I need to move down again. Except for I can't move down again. No, I can. Alright. Got the gist of that one anyway. Not sure if there was a more efficient solution to that one. But I'm happy to have it done. Who wouldn't be? Alright. So, the rightmost one looks super simple. So the question is going to be, how are we going to do the leftmost one? And it looks like it's going to involve pushing the whole structure up. And I guess we could do that from here. And then we could also push the whole structure... Oh, I can't push that way because right. Yeah. So in order to push the whole structure to the left, I need to go against a right wall with the grid, and the only place to do that is here. But once I have done that, the other head would have to be able to do some kind of rescue maneuver in order to get this one out so he can go poke the other one. Or I could have done things in the other order. I think I see it now. So if I do this, poke this down first, then pull this up, and then have this guy push over. So having two heads of the cactus has both advantages and disadvantages. It lets you act in multiple parts of the puzzle at once, which is pretty cool and gives you more options. But then the disadvantage is it gives you more options, which increases the state space tremendously, so it makes it harder to think about what all your possible plays are. Also, what is happening here? This appears to be a puzzle in order to get to the next puzzle, which I'm okay with. But it's kind of weird. That seems straightforward enough, but I wonder if there were hidden ways that I could have gone off screen to the top or to the bottom. For now, though, number 11 is the next puzzle in the list, so we'll check it out. The only place that I can push my whole structure to the left is in the upper left, so I need to somehow get a head over there in order to do something useful, it would appear. So an obvious way to try to do that would be to do this, so I get a head over here, but it's already in a bad spot. I don't see a way to get it out of that. So how else might I do such a thing? I could also get a tail over here. That could be interesting too. But probably not as interesting because there isn't a whole lot that I can do with that. Okay. Let's start with the obvious assumption. I don't even know that I call it an assumption. That this might be a good first move. Yes, and then I want to have this guy to the left of this mess before I push him up, so that he will be free to move on the other grid. There we go. And so now he can move one to the right, and so now the problem is there wasn't enough of me over here already. So if I undo that move, switch to the other guy, and get him ready to go, then I can push this guy over to the goal state. Alright, that's pretty cool. You can quickly return to the overworld from the menu. That's an odd time to get that tip, it feels like. Am I about to get really stuck in this puzzle? Guess we'll find out. There are a few bits of leverage right below me, in the top middle, and near the bottom right towards the goals and cacti. A somewhat obvious starting position is to do this to get one of my heads over near the cacti. And then the only other thing I would need to do is to be able to press the whole structure down. However, pressing the whole structure down is impossible. So then the implication is I would need to use one of the heads to press the thing down, move the whole thing up, and then press the other one down separately. Or, alternatively, if I can use this head in order to bring the other head onto this puzzle segment, then I also might be able to do something amazing. But what? Because now I can't really go anywhere. And that other head kind of got trapped off. So is there a more efficient way to do that? Let's look at all those steps once again. What if this guy pushes another one first? No, then he just has farther to travel before he's back in the puzzle on the right-hand side, so that doesn't seem smart. So if this guy brings the other guy over ASAP, he's already trapped himself, so he also can't help in the bottom right, it would appear. Also, there's this bit of geometry that I haven't taken advantage of. And I don't see a way to take advantage of it right now. It seems like it's mostly detrimental. But it is curious that it's there. How about... Don't know that I'm seeing much right now. Like the general idea, it's dangerous to get stuck in kind of a general hole. Like pigeonhole yourself into one idea. But it really seems like getting both heads on the right so that each head could push one of the cacti down seems good. But right now the only way I see to get both heads on the right there is something else I could do, which is after pushing this guy down, I can do that to get the other head over here. However, it pushes that into an unusable spot. But maybe it'll help me think of other possibilities. But definitely this bit of geometry here that I'm not taking advantage of worries me. So, that was one strategy, is try to get both heads over. The other strategy that I think I mentioned before is to have this guy somehow poke, and then have this guy somehow rescue the whole structure by lifting it up one. But given the orientation of the pot and the inability to press in the other direction, that seems impossible. Yeah, that feels really impossible. So this really feels like one of the only things we could do at the beginning. Oh, here's an idea. If this guy's already here, then this guy only has to press once. There we go. Just solved it. Oops. There we go. Hooray! Okay, so we just needed the bottom guy to do some of his own work first. Let's go on to puzzle number 13. Alright. That right cactus that has to be pulled up is quite interesting. Pulling it up implies... the only place to push down is near the beginning in order to pull things up, but then this other cactus also needs to get poked. So this guy needs to get poked down. Then I do have space to push everything to the left, which would actually help me, I think. I'm not sure when I want to push everything to the left. Probably now? No. Probably now? No. Left is not the way I'm trying to go. I'm trying to push everything to the left, which means I need to go to the right, but there's nowhere to go to the right. So that's not going to happen. And this almost works, but I'm across the top. So is there a way to not go across the top? Doesn't seem like it. Because if one of my dudes is pushing this guy down, the other one needs to go across the top. So, let's ignore the nearby cactus and focus on the faraway cactus for a moment. And so if I were to do this, then I would be able to get the nearby cactus where he needs to go. Sorry, the faraway cactus where he needs to go. And the nearby cactus is kind of out of luck. And I don't think this guy can do anything else useful. You know what just occurred to me? Is I didn't even need to switch guys, because this guy can also press up. Is that interesting? Maybe. Maybe. So what is the problem then with this? It's that I can't press up because I'm already over here. Right. Right. Is it possible that I could press this one down, get rescued, and then also do the other work with this head? Almost. No one can go into the top line of the grid before this has been moved up, is an assertion I might make that I think might be true. I don't know that it helps at all to approach from this angle. Here's an interesting question. What if this guy presses down to raise the whole structure? Here we go. And then this guy loops around through here. Hee hee! That was very satisfying. Was mostly just kind of a stroke of insight. Cactus to the right, and so I have to see what's up here. A, B, C, D, E. Okay. Some kind of bonus work or side questy kind of stuff. We already got stumped by the forest side questy side and stuff, so for now, I'm going to focus on going through some of the main game stuff. And we can come back to the side questy stuff at some future date. I think is my current plan. Not sure how to think about this. Like, obviously, we can do that to get a poke on one of them. But then we're kind of stuck, because I can't go this way, can't do that. Don't see a way to poke the other guy. If we could somehow... Wait a minute. What if... This isn't going to work, but I just want to think about something. Yeah, that doesn't help. It's interesting to note that there's a bunch of pushy mechanisms over here, which probably have some relevance on the puzzle. Right now I don't see what they are. Is there a way I can push the whole thing up or down? Yes. Is that interesting? Maybe. What if I do this? Now this guy could just do... Oops. That. But I still can't get the guy on the top because it still needs to be pushed to the right. There's a whole lot of space available for pushing on the left. This one feels like there's something obvious that I'm missing, and I'm not sure what that thing is. I think I just saw what the thing is. Maybe. So it doesn't quite work, but if I could push this guy over here, I could pull the top right guy back, and then they'd both be able to go and do the thing. Could I do the same thing kind of from the other side? So if I had this guy pushing things back... This isn't exactly what I meant to do, but it totally solves things. Alright. Did it. I don't know if it works to visualize the end state. This was something I was thinking after at the end of the second episode. I'll have to go and rewatch some of my episodes and look at the end states of puzzles and see if thinking about the shapes that you could fit in that fill up most of the grid kind of helps steer you in the right direction at the beginning. If I want to push things to the left, I have to press my head against the right, which means I need to get a head that can press against the right, and so that is the first part of this puzzle. So here's a head in the other grid that might be able to do that at some point. However, he's already having a bad day. I guess he could do this. But then he's already kind of screwed things up like that. So... what if I do this so that I'm already ready so that if I can push a single thing, I would get my goal state? And what if he were already up here? I don't know that that matters, but I'm just going to do that. Oh, right, but this happens. This is interesting. Almost. It might have been more interesting a moment ago. What if I undo to here and do this? I'm almost starting to see something. I'm not sure that that part matters. Let's go ahead and move this over. Okay, I can't do that because of that. So clearly, yeah, this structure is meant to make me have to do this. But then the problem is you can never push the whole structure over because I've come too far. Which is, yeah, okay, I think I see it. So. This guy gets this thing over. He's gonna go around like this. Maybe like this? No, that doesn't work though. The idea that I had was that if this guy goes all the way into this column and pushes down... Oh yeah, that works. And then this guy can push down. No, he can't push down again. But if he could push down, then the whole structure could move to the left, which was the goal. Why was I unable to do this? Because now the whole structure can no longer move to the left. Got it. What if I do this? No, now the whole structure can't move at all. So that's no good. Possibly interesting idea. If I do more crazy stuff at the beginning, there's more leverage kind of ready to go up there. Wait a minute. No, this doesn't work. I need to push up and I need to push to the left. I need to push the structure up and the structure to the left, which means I need to be pressing a key down and a key to the right. And if this guy ever goes down, then the structure can't move to the left by me pressing to the right. And this guy can't push us anymore this way. This is another one where I'm getting kind of the tip of the tongue phenomenon, where it feels like it's so tantalizingly close. And I'm just not getting it. The art style, by the way, is very simplistic, but just the fact that this guy blinks and does like a little blush when he can't go a direction, like it's a very small thing, but it's very charming, and I appreciate that. I might be starting to see something. If this guy does go up here first... No, it doesn't really help. It doesn't really help. And if this guy takes the shortest path, he could push up once more. I might see it. If this guy pushes up once more, and then gets over here, then this guy could oh no, there's still a little bit that can't push. We're really close, I think. So the reason he came down that far was to push up the first time. What if he doesn't come down that far? He has to let the other guy push. So if he does that, and then the other guy can only push up one, then he still can't push the structure to the left because of where he's at. What if he had come around like this and pushed up? Oops. Then it still doesn't matter because there's still that there. And finally, what if he had pushed down from here and then this guy pushed up? There we go. Got it. Okay, whew. Gotta end things there for today. Eventually got there, kind of iterating on a solution and tweaking little bits. I hope as always that you guys are having a great day. I will see you again soon with more Room to Grow, where we will continue up the mountain and see what else we can discover out here. Bye-bye.